first off, Hans, can you give us a bit of an idea of what church at the Roxbury looks like?
Yeah, sure. Church at the Roxbury looks like, for us, we have an upstairs room at the Roxbury, and we really basic service. We have 3 songs: intro, prayers, Bible reading, sermon. We have a reflection time, and then 3 songs, and then we eat food at the pub, and that's pretty much that's church. Oh, there's trivia on afterwards, but we don't put that on. And so that's how we do things at the Roxbury Hotel.
How did you get started here, and why did you think this was the place you had to be to reach people in this area?
Well, first of all, we're not trying to reach anyone from a specific area. We're trying to reach people that are 18 to 30-year-olds, muso, in the creative community. That's our heart. And so our mission isn't context specific. But why this place? We were meeting at the Newtown Neighbourhood Centre, and if you've been to the Newtown Neighbourhood Centre, it's not the nicest place. We wanted a place with a bit more vibe and that kind of thing. We had a look at a bunch of different places, and we came here, and I said, this is what we're a church, and they were behind us. We looked in the room, we loved the room, and that's why we decided it. I think it was really important for us to have a room that had a bit of vibe, a bit of character, a bit of atmosphere built into it, so that we could come in and be ourselves in it. But also, I think our target group really operate well in those kind of environments. So we really looked for a place which had a great atmosphere, a place where people could relax. We meet here at the Roxy Room, and preach on the stage and all that kind of stuff. And really good space. We love the management at the Roxbury Hotel, and so go there, please do. But one of the things that we try and do is we try and reach out to people who normally wouldn't come to church. And I just want to tell you about one person. Her name's Jess. She's doing a PhD in French feminist literature, and she's had experiences with church. She wants to know God and know something more about life. And so we've been meeting up with her. She comes quite regularly to church, and we try and target people like Jess, people who have got all these questions, but people who've got all these objections to Christianity, people who have got all these barriers, but they still want the love of Jesus. Most Sunday nights we've got a fairly full room up there, and so it's looking really, really well, really good, and we are seeing a lot of people bring their friends, which is great. We're seeing a lot of people really dig the vibe, really dig what we're doing. I think when we were at the Newtown Neighbourhood Centre, we had the DNA of wanting to say, hey, this is a church service you can bring your friends to. But I think there's something about being in the room that says, yes, this is really something a bit more vibey, a bit more cool, all that kind of stuff. And that's been really important to a lot of people. We have 2 or 3 people who come back week in, week out, because they can bring a beer into church. So I don't drink, so I don't really care, but I think that's important for them, and we've actually seen fruit moving from the neighbourhood centre to this place, and it's just been people coming and being more comfortable, I guess. There's a guy named Dave who actually just came to church because he met a friend, and he found that our church was different from any other church that he's been to, and he found that we were just normal people. Figure that, normal people in church, and he found Jesus, and he knows Jesus, and now he leads the setup team at Resolve. And so we've been so blessed to see many people actually come to know Jesus. And my prayer is that God will keep using Resolve to bring people to know Him.
Geneva Push has been trying to get alongside of you and help. I mean, how helpful have you found it?
When Al sat down with me and shouted me lunch at the Hilton, no, it wasn't at the Hilton, but when he shouted me lunch, and he kind of gave me the Geneva spiel, I was kind of like, well, okay, fair enough, because as an independent church, we've had a lot of people from different denominations come to us and go, hey man, we can really help you, and I go, cool, what can you help me with? And then really what they want is for us to help them. So I was really skeptical, but coming in, especially Scott and his knowledge of tax law, money and everything, has just been phenomenal. So at the start of next year, the church is actually going to pay me, and that's been set up with the help of Scott. So Andrew Sullivan, the guy who takes care of all the money at Resolve, had lunch with Scott or had a meeting with Scott and just said, what have we got to do? Scott talked him through all that, and yeah, it's just been a resource there that we've been able to use that we haven't had ourselves. A lot of people think church planting is you just get a group of people and you start preaching. There's a sense in which that's true, but to be legit, you've got to do all these other things. And so getting guys who know more about you, more about things that you don't know, like tax law, like constitutional law, all that kind of stuff, is actually really important. So when I started Resolve, I didn't have any of that. So I took a course at university to learn how to write a constitution, that kind of thing. So I think it's just been a really good thing. And if anyone comes to me and says, "Hey, I'm planting a church," my first question is, "Have you talked to Geneva?" And so I'm already, when people go, "What should I do next?" I say, "Talk to Geneva."